everyone, coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. You see right here, Triple H reveals the new Raw logo once it goes to Netflix. A little bit too early than expected, but Triple H had to go and do so about a couple of weeks from Raw, heading towards Netflix coming up soon on January 6th. But the build-up for Raw on Netflix is coming strong as this. We're having this World Tag Team Championships on the line. It's Finn Balor and JD Madonna battle the War Raiders for the gold. With the Judgment Day Bear from ringside. Plus another championship match. Intercontinental Championship as Braun Breaker defends against Ludwig Kaiser. And Ludwig Kaiser gets some gold while his mentor Gunther keeps pressuring him to get some gold. We'll talk about that coming up. Speaking of Intercontinental Champions, the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament continues as Kaden Carter, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoe Starr battle in a triple threat match to see who's next to advance into the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We'll talk about that as well. Plus, the New Day returns to Kofi Kingston's hometown of Boston, Massachusetts. What's going to go down tonight? But we kick things off with an explosive disc. Seth Rollins appears live. Seth freaking Rollins will appear, but CM Punk starts the show. He responds to Seth Rollins on what went down. This turned out to be a melee. If you know what I mean by melee, we'll talk about that. CM Punk and Seth Rollins kicking things off. Backstage brawls, backstage feuds, you name it. We got it here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're going to recap it all. And it starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect and our digital platforms, including Facebook and Twitch. So join in that conversation. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, let's kick things crack-a-lacking right here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We kick things with this. CM Punk kicks off the show. CM Punk, a man on a mission. What CM Punk wanted to do, CM Punk didn't want to do nothing but confront. You know who? He confronted Seth Rollins and told Seth Rollins to come on out, and saying that Seth Rollins was in the crowd where he belongs among CM Punk's fans. I don't know what to believe now these days between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. These two are so passionate, and Seth Rollins, he has a point that CM Punk coming back after 10 years after talking down to the WWE and not giving WWE proper credit. Now he walks his way back in wrestling. He had got that jump start with AEW. But CM Punk and Seth Rollins didn't want to wait no longer. These two men just battling amongst the fans, battling amongst each other. I don't think you can't wait till WrestleMania for this. This got to happen soon rather than later. And that's what Sami Zayn was trying to get to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins respects Sami Zayn. Even at CM Punk, too. He wants to get his hands on Seth Rollins so bad. These two men just kept on battling out each other, and they kept on fighting amongst the crowd. It was just like a melee. They want to get their hands on each other so bad. So, none that we expected. We knew this was coming. We knew the fight was fury and furious between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Both men so passionate about want to tear each other apart, and you can tell that's going to happen. Well, Adam Pearce made it official, and it will be official coming up on January 6th when WWE Raw heads to Netflix. CM Punk will take on Seth Rollins one-on-one. Man, that's going to be one of the main events. This is a WrestleMania worthy main event. This match was supposed to happen at WrestleMania this past April. WrestleMania 4 with a world title. CM Punk got injured at the Royal Rumble. So now we know CM Punk and Seth Rollins can finally battle each other on Raw on January 6th. And we'll see that match coming up. That'll probably be the first match of the night. That big Raw. You call it like a Raw, WrestleMania Raw, if you ask me. A WrestleMania size Raw. CM Punk and Seth Rollins will take their frustrations out on each other, and can't wait to see it between these two men beating the holy crap out of each other. And they gonna do it on the debut edition of Monday Night Raw, heading to Netflix coming up. Well, we'll see that coming up as well. So hey, speaking of that, the Judgment Day, they're gonna be in action. Finn Balor and JD Madonna set to defend the World Tag Team titles against the War Raiders. We're seeing a game of upsmanship between Dirty Dom and Finn Balor. I don't know what's going on between them two. These two men really can't stand each other. Really can't put each other down. They're gonna try to put each other down at least. Well, we told you New Day was coming back to Kofi's hometown. The New Day felt like they none in the locker room didn't want him, and asked Rey Mysterio what's going on. Ray put out that, hey, New Day, you're not as yourselves no more, jovial and youthful no more. Since you put down Big E about his broken neck and saying what y'all said, those remarks. They got kicked out of the locker room. Now the New Day saying they didn't want to be dressing with the boys no way. New Day probably had to get their own locker room. They've been 10 years together, so they might well go ahead and do their own locker room thing. So we'll see about that. Also, too, Rhea Ripley laid out the challenge. She's going to be challenging Liv Morgan for the women's title. We kind of know it might happen on the Raw on Netflix. They're trying to stack this Raw on Netflix with a big stack card. And we could see that being a possibility. Rhea didn't give a timetable or a time date. But I'm assuming the Raw on Netflix will be the attraction for them to sell their feud heading up towards that way. So look forward to seeing that and that. Also, too, um, Zoe Starks, unfamiliar face, she gets top billing. She earns herself into the women's, advanced herself into the women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. She defeated Raquel Rodriguez and Kaden Carter. So Raquel Rodriguez lost her opportunity to become women's Intercontinental Champion. Zoe Starks might be steps ahead to doing so. So we could be seeing Zoe Starks heading on way. We didn't see it. I did not see that come. I thought Raquel Rodriguez had the shot. Raquel Rodriguez might be focusing on other things, but now we know that Zoe Starks could be heading towards becoming women's Intercontinental champion if she gets her way. We'll see on how that's gonna go down. Also, too, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker tonight, still the Intercontinental Champion. Braun Breaker defeated Ludwig Kaiser tonight. Braun Breaker becoming a tweener, and Braun Breaker doing everything he can. I think Braun Breaker is going to be the next world champion in my book. He's more like his uncle's attitude, and he has his father's ability. And that's why I look at it, like the wrestling ability from his father, but he got his Uncle Scott Steiner's ability to cut a promo and talk trash. So hey, we see how that's gonna go for Braun. What's next in line for Braun? Well, speaking of that, the Miz still in the trap of the Final Testament. Precious Paul Ellering, the Authors of Pain, Karrion Cross, and his wife Scarlett are still holding Miz down. They said Miz owed them a favor, and they want Miz to go in their office and challenge one of the Wide Sixes to a match. So it's still a feud going on with the Wide Six in the Final Testament. Could that be a possibility? We'll see how this is going to go down. Well, we know that Sami Zayn lost a match to Drew McIntyre this past Saturday on Saturday night's main event. Drew McIntyre want to get his hands on Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn want to get his hands on Drew McIntyre. This is far from over, but we can tell you this: that next week on Raw, we'll see the match between Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn one on Raw. So Drew versus Sami next week on Raw 1-on-1. So we'll see. Well, Drew tried to give some insights already. He thinks that him and Seth Rollins got a lot in common, saying that they don't like Roman Reigns. They don't want Roman Reigns to take over again. And they saying Roman Reigns is the common enemy. And Drew pointed some tidbits as well. Common sense booking. That what you think about common sense booking, smart common sense booking. Drew saying that Roman is the be all and all. Look at Jay. Look at Sammy. Look at Jimmy. They're all enabling Roman, but Self saying that he respects Jay and respects Sammy, and he don't want to tarnish that. But who knows what's going to go down? But you can tell right there what's going to happen. These two men may have the common goals, respect, and might see a faction between them down the road. You never know how this going to go. Hopefully, they don't break up like this when Chad Gable was brainwashing Otis. Otis now finding a new lease in life. Might be seeing Chad Gable versus Otis down the road after what Chad Gable did to Cody Rhodes. That could be a possibility as well. But we could probably see that down the road. So hopefully there might be a match building up between them sooner rather than later. So hey, we'll see how this is going to go down as well. Well, get to the main event. The main event of the night was for the tag team championships as Finn Balor and JD Madonna defend the championships against the War Raiders. The War Raiders looking for some more gold. They won the tag team titles before. The War Raiders wanted to get things settled. They went against the Judgment Day. You can tell her here the War Raiders using all their abilities, even trying to take down the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day, Finn Balor and JD Madonna lost their titles right here, the World Tag Team Championships, to the War Raiders right here, due to the help of Damian Priest. Damian Priest helping out the War Raiders become tag team champions. That's not going to be a pretty sight for JD and Finn losing the tag team championships after Finn after you know who Damian Priest gets the upper hand on the Judgment Day after they kicked them out of the group earlier this year after SummerSlam went down. So you can tell a lot of changes going down. I told you tonight, it's a lot of changes coming loose. So hey, you can see that being that possibility. Well, tell you this, the War Raiders are the new tag team champions, and we'll see how they're gonna go becoming tag team champions once again. That ends the Raw Ring report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, we talk about this. They showed this tonight. What does this mean? They're always showing something. We're getting a clue and an insight that it could be Pentagon Jr. Pentagon Jr. may be debuting for WWE sooner rather than later. He was in AEW, and what went wrong with AEW? They just losing talent left and right. They just don't know how to book talent. It's just, to me, a little bit suspect, but hey, you see how that went down. But hey, we'll keep a close eye on that. Also, too, Kyrie Sane getting her hand smashed by um one of the Pure Fusion Collective. I like to call them the lesbians, but they might eliminate Kyrie Sane to make it more easy for them for the path roads. So we'll see about that. Also, too, um, Luke Harper, Mr. Bro Lee, better known AEW. Um, Today was his birthday. He would have turned 45 years old today. Man, time go by so fast. And it was no longer than 4 years ago. I remember on AEW, Cody and Tony Khan, they was on good terms. Um, to celebrate Bro Lee's family. And, they did that. And now Bro Lee passed away, and they got something on WWE Vault on his life store. So tell you that right now with Bro Lee and stuff. So hey, we're seeing that coming up as well. Well, rest in peace, Bro Lee. Well, Triple H unveiling the new Raw logo that's coming on Netflix. Triple H will be part of that Raw on Netflix. Looking forward to seeing that as well. Raw on Netflix. What a special occasion. We could see that being that way coming soon. Raw on Netflix coming up, the logo right here. Looking forward to seeing that. And I think they're going to be saying they're going to be 3 hours. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. Raw on Netflix coming your way. Coming soon. Sooner than you think. Raw on Netflix. And Triple H is on there unveiling the new logo. This is the new logo. It kind of has a Netflix theme to it. So I guess they want to build around Netflix and Netflix premiere. So we'll keep a very close eye on that as you coming forward and stuff. And how that's going to affect the logo going forward. All right, we told you next week on Raw will be this: Sami Zayn going 1-on-1 against Drew McIntyre, a rematch from their Saturday night's main event appearance, and they're gonna do it once again next week on Raw. Drew and Sammy 1-on-1 here on Raw as well. So we told you Rhea Ripley, Rhea Ripley will challenge Liv Morgan for the championship. I'm assuming on the Raw on Netflix that's gonna be the match that everybody wants to see and stuff, as well as another match that everybody will want to see is CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That's a WrestleMania worthy type match to me. And we'll get to see it on the Raw on Netflix coming up as well. CM Punk and Seth Rollins 1-on-1. We'll see that as well. And plus, we probably see the Women's Intercontinental Championship finals probably on that Raw on Netflix as well. They're going to try to stack that show to a big show. I can tell you that right now. So we're going to be looking forward to seeing that tonight. Well, we're going to leave you with the War Raiders winning the World Tag Team Championships away from the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and JD Madonna with the help of Damian Priest, Finn Balor's former tag team partner, winning tag team gold. We see it again. So we'll leave you with the War Raiders winning World Tag Team titles once again. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow night for the NXT Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show.